Hey guys, it's Drek, and I thought that we would do an unboxing and review of this. This is the latest Zombie Strike offering, also known as the Doominator. It's got a really kind of funky, almost grenade launcher sort of feel to it, and a lot of different features. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. There's 4 flipping drums. It's very similar to the Flip Fury in that way. It's almost like a Flip Fury on steroids in that there are 4 6-dart cylinders in this blaster. Lots of extra plastic to hold all of that in place. The rotating mechanism is similar, but again has doubled down so there's more, I guess, torque that you can exert to rotate this much heavier turret assembly around. The trigger mechanism is here. It's got a built-in stock and foregrip. The foregrip should be movable throughout the platform. Tack rail up top. We've got 24 darts come with it, which is enough to load it exactly once. Mission total horde eradication. I don't know about all that. This is definitely not the best humans versus zombies primary, although that is indeed what it is being billed as. So come in here, start trying to get it out. Advertising the 3-position handle down here. Step 1, load dart. Step 2, rotate barrel. Step 3, prime blaster. So it is a Springer. I'm not entirely sure what sort of internals it's using as its Springer platform. I would guess strongarm style internals, but we'll have to see if it has the slam fire feature or not. So right away, inside the box we have some instructions, the blaster itself. Interesting styling, very, very neon inside here. Still doing the fake wrap. I've expressed my opinion on that before. It's bad. It's not good aesthetically or ergonomically, but it is what it is. This shows how we're going to flip and rotate through. It's not on an axis, it's actually straight through. I'm not sure if I like that more or not. I have very large hands, and so this is easy for me to, I guess, work, but I can't imagine somebody with smaller hands working this simultaneously. Like, the spread there is quite restrictive, I guess. The pseudo wooden or faux wooden stock, kinda cool. Interesting. This seems to be using a metal priming bar to get all the way back into here. Could definitely have larger than strongarm internal. Certainly has the room for it. Set those aside. Again, a lot of other Nerfers would fast forward through this part of the video. I want you to know exactly how easy or difficult it is to assemble the blaster and get it all set up. I assume these are cross-compatible, so that slides into place, locked in, not coming out once it's in, so make sure that that's what you want to do. And then we'll go ahead and put the identical piece mirroring that. So it's of note that these connect to create a solid circle in the back. It was shipped disassembled, I assume, exclusively because that saved them a ton of money with the flatter package, which is not their usual eco, safe, and friendly, still using the twine, but a completely closed box. So here's our charging handle, just very simple corkscrew threads. If you're a lefty, you could put it here. I don't like it there. I think the Raider style is a-okay. I'm actually going to put mine over here so that I can use it full-on Grenadier mode. That's a very tight friction fit. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's also hollow. Come on, darts. Oh man, looks like we might be getting some rain in a minute here. Hopefully we can finish the review first. I guess it's worth noting that you do in fact get 25 darts with this blaster. That's an awful lot. Like, I remember back in the day you used to buy a Raider and get 35 darts, or better yet, when they did the dual drum Raider, you could get 70 darts that way. When you think about the cost versus performance, it's of note that you get essentially an entire dart refill doing it this way. So I am going to load all of the drums. So that we can fire entirely through. It's really easy to load the drums on the side. It is not as easy to load the drums on the top or bottom. I'm sure it's possible. I can't wait to see what the German community does with this blaster. It's already got so much of that funky aesthetic that they really like. It'll be interesting to see if it paints up nicely or not. Definitely matches the rest of the Zombie Strike line, gives Zombie Strike a new blaster, whereas Doomlands has been getting all of the hype recently. So that's super duper cool. It's a very unique platform that is only unique in that it is a primary styling, not a pseudo primary like the Flip Fury. So, large blaster, somewhat unwieldy in this configuration, but is what it is. So firing, wow, for real? That is embarrassing that did not align. Are they not auto-aligning? Huh. So you've got to make sure that you are in fact aligned as you're doing this. And then firing. So that's actually sub-strong arm performance. Hopefully it gets better in this one. We will try slam firing now just to see what happens. So that's holding down the trigger. Comfortable saying that this is a strong arm style blaster at this point, and that it does have the slam fire feature. Pretty neat blaster. I would probably pass on this one. In all honesty, it's kind of gimmicky. I can see it being very fickle as it wears and tears. I think that it's cool in that it's doing something kind of nifty, but the performance is obviously very mediocre. I don't believe they claimed any ranges on the box. And they did not, which makes a lot of sense. You would not want this blaster sitting on the shelf advertising its sub-elite ranges next to a strong arm that's a more efficient system and costs about a quarter as much. So that's my review of the Nerf Zombie Strike Doominator. I am kind of impressed with the mechanics of it. I'm amazed that it actually does all of the things that it's trying to do. I am not very impressed with the overall performance of it. Aesthetics are cool. Ergonomics are very wild. You need some seriously large hands to maneuver through this thing, and I don't think that this one's appropriate for children for that reason, as well as all of the removable parts and the rather dicey operation. Plus, it just doesn't match up with the Elite line, and I think that everything that Nerf makes at this point should have to answer to that higher calling. As always, guys, thanks for watching. That's my review of the Nerf Zombie Strike Doominator. If you do insist on buying one of these for yourself, maybe you're a completionist and need the entire Zombie Strike line, there will be a link to one in the Amazon description, or in the there'll be a link to one on Amazon in the description box below, but I would pass on this one.